Hey guys, it's Dan and Johnny again. We just finished watching the entire series of Young Justice. We did season 1, now we did season 2, and we have a little bit better perspective on what the entire series brought. So, we're done with season 2.
Yeah.
What do you feel about it compared to season 1?
I love season 2. I think overall there are more great episodes in season 2 than there are in season 1. But I think they're both about the same in quality, and they both have their own things that are different that are both good.
Yeah, I think the storytelling, like in season 1, was just as good as season 1. Mm-hmm. I don't like season 2 as much just because they took the focus away from the main characters that we met in season 1. People are automatically going to be attached to them as the original characters because we were with them for an entire season. I don't know. The storytelling was the same and everything was good. I just thought it was a little bit not as good.
He doesn't know what he's saying. Season 2 is, oh god, so good. The thing that really makes a big difference from season 1 to season 2 is the time jump.
Yeah.
Because season 2 takes place 5 years after season 1 ends, so that adds a whole different dynamic to the whole situation. And while I do like how in season 1 you got to meet the characters and like come to love them as they came together as a team and did all these different missions, season 2 you got to see how much they've grown and changed since season 1, and that to me makes it's a lot more interesting and exciting because you already know these guys and now you're getting to see this whole different side of them because they're 5 years older, they're more mature, they're more skilled, and what they're dealing with is a lot more intense.
Yeah, season 2 is much bigger in scope. The stakes are really high because they bring the conflict to the entire planet basically instead of just the group. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what were some of the 2 or 3 characters that you really liked? New.
Ooh, man, that's tough. Let's see. Okay, well, let me say this. Aqualad in season 1, I loved him. I think I said that in the last episode how much I loved him in season 1. Season 2, I love him even more. What they do with this character is so interesting and so different, and you get to see a whole different side of him. Yeah. I liked he's the same character from season 1, but what they do with him is so different.
Now, I said I didn't like him season 1 before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
now I like him.
Okay.
Because this is what he needed. Like they needed this season to kind of turn that character, because he just seemed like kind of like a, I don't know. He didn't seem like a whiny in the first.
He was already
season.
great.
He was good, but now I like him. I did not like him.
Which is
at
good.
all.
Yeah, they need to do different things. But yeah, so that was one guy I obviously really loved already, and I loved him even more. But I'd say for totally new characters, man, it's tough. I would say for this one, because in the first season the light was a little more secretive, and they weren't on hand. You know what I mean? This one, they're a lot more, proactive in what they're doing with their plans, and they're really getting into it. Because, like I said, it's 5 years later, so they need to be. I thought Black Manta was really badass. He kind of gets things going, and he's always behind the scenes doing stuff. Who did you like in season 2 that were new or a little different from the first season?
Black Beetle was badass.
Black Beetle.
He was really cool.
The villain, yeah.
Yeah, the villain. And
he's definitely, he's a powerhouse.
Yeah, he's a huge powerhouse character. And besides Black Beetle, Impulse was like my second newest favorite character.
I really liked Impulse a lot. I love speedsters for the most part.
Super comedy character. He's exactly like what Wally is, almost in the first season. And Wally wasn't really in this season because him and Artemis kind of stepped away from the series for the most part.
Another character that I really enjoyed, and I enjoyed the arc that they went with in season 2, was the whole Red Arrow, Roy Harper situation.
Yeah, that was really cool.
His arc is so great, and I don't want to go into spoilers or anything, but what they do with Red Arrow and Roy Harper as a person, and then eventually developing Arsenal as kind of almost like a anti-hero kind of guy. He adds a whole different dynamic to what you would expect from the team.
Yeah.
And he just kind of riffs off that and does his own thing, and it's really cool because he has a little bad side to him, so that's fun.
I also liked kind of a new character, Nightwing.
Oh yeah, okay,
super cool.
Yeah.
Now this is Robin from the first season. Mm-hmm. He's graduated into Nightwing. He's 5 years older, so now he's not like a young teenager. Now he's like almost an adult. He's like 18.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can tell like he's way more mature.
Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah.
But he's also Robin from the first season. He's the same thing, just a little bit older and a little bit better.
Yeah,
that was a cool.
I agree. I've always loved Nightwing. Dick Grayson's my favorite Robin, and like you said, he has matured and he's gotten so much better, and he's almost like, it's so cool that Nightwing is such a great character because he's practically Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's always on focus and trying to figure out what's going to happen next and try to do what's best for the team, knowing that information. And it's just cool to see him be a leader and really grow into that role. And like I said, I love the character, so seeing him, do these different things that we get to see him do was really cool.
Now, for the things we didn't like, I just thought overall they focused on other characters a little bit too much. And one of the other things I didn't like was something that happened to one of the main characters in the final minutes actually of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was rushed and uncalled for, and I don't know. I didn't like it. It kind of took away from the whole season for me.
I disagree entirely because what they had done with the character throughout season 2, this made sense to have happen at the end, and the way it sets up, because originally there was going to be a 3rd season, so the way it sets up at the end and the aftermath you see just a little bit at the end, and where these characters, especially the ones that are close to this character, where they're going to go, I think would have been really interesting to see.
But they definitely laid the groundwork with 2 amazing first seasons, and hopefully there's going to be a season 3 at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
these characters are amazing, and that's one of the reasons why I do knock it a little bit for focusing on the new characters, which is going to happen. You're going to have new people come into your life in 5 years.
Exactly.
But these characters are so great that we just, to me, didn't see enough of them. And when the original characters are on screen, it just blows the other ones away.
Well, I did enjoy the new ones, especially all the cool things that they were doing and helping out with the team. I obviously did miss some elements of the first season where the main ones got their time to shine. So yeah, I mean, great show. So overall, I would say for season 2, man, I don't know what to say. I would say 9.5. Okay, no, I changed my mind. It's 10. Season 2 is a 10. Although I do like some elements more from the first season because those characters are the ones we fell in love with. This season, the story is amazing, and the action, the stakes, everything is intense, and they really do up the ante from the first season. So I can't knock them just because they added so many new elements, because all the elements were pretty much great. So I would say season 2 is a 10. Season 1 was a 10. The series for me, Young Justice, is a 10. One of the best animated shows of all time. Definitely one of the best DC animated properties. One of the best DC properties, period. Yeah. One of the best superhero properties ever.
I gave a 10 to season 1. Mm-hmm. I was going to give season 2 a little bit of a lower score, but I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
It's still really good. I thought they focused a little bit too much of their attention on other things that they shouldn't have. But that's just my opinion, and that's where different writers would make different choices. Overall, the series is a 10 because it's that good. The storytelling and the stuff that I knocked it on with focusing on other characters, if you had just told that story, it would have been a 10. I wouldn't have knocked it at all, you know what I mean? Because it was still really high quality. I just wanted to see the other characters that I was more attached to. That's all it was. I think that the show really needs to continue on, and people need to watch it on Netflix and really support it because it's a really good show. Yeah. We both gave it a perfect score.
Yeah, definitely.
The series, like I said, is a 10. It's really, really, really good.
Definitely go watch on Netflix. Go buy the Blu-rays. Support the show. Hopefully we can get a season 3. If not, it'll live on in our hearts forever.
So check out Young Justice season 1 and 2. It is an amazing series, and support the show so we can get more episodes.
Hopefully, yeah.
Thank you guys.